predictions open. Place your bets on how you think this series will unfold and who you believe will qualify for the StarsWar 11 closed qualifier. Let's go. Spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player representing Club NV. It is Creator. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Terran player representing Shopify Rebellion, the Red Terran. It is ByuN. Oh no. There we go. Will I fix his camera or Damie stop proxy hatching? Find out in tomorrow's episode. Damie will never stop proxy hatching. What do you mean, Papi? What do you mean? Ay, ay, ay. It's not frozen. It's not frozen. I just like it, Papi. I just like it. Ay, ay, ay. Hold on. Yeah. We like it, Papi. As we're settling into our TvP, and I'm excited. ByuN, of course, he has been trying to work his way through. He was forced into the ace match against Nightmare. He had a very close series against Nightmare earlier today. Now he's up against Creator. He has made it to a qualifying match, going for a double gas opener. Much more aggressive start here from ByuN, going for a Rax into Factory as a follow-up. Rax, there we go, into that Factory here for ByuN. Meanwhile, across the map, Creator just going for a standard opener himself. Just a more aggressive opener from our Terran player. And we'll see where this does lead. Now, a double gas opener can lead into a committed mine drop. It can lead into Reaper Hellion, or it can even lead into Reactor Cyclones. So we'll see which one we do embrace here, as the Reactor is on the way. And we do have potential for an add-on swap. We do have potential. Reaper going to be moving out across the map. Going to get some scouting information. Does get eyes on the expansion on the low ground. And will rotate over towards the main base. At least trying to. Likewise, we can see Creator in position to deny the scouts. He gets eyes on the Reaper. He sees. He's aware. Is in position. And we can see that Creator is going for a Twilight Council. Now, we've seen a lot of aggressive builds out of Creator. We've seen 4-gate blink or even 3-gate blink out of him more often than not. So we'll see how aggressive Creator is feeling today. Meanwhile, we can see no add-on swap, but it is going to be reacted Reaper Hellion. So a bit of an older school build here from ByuN. Should be building up towards 3 Reapers and 2 Hellions. We can commit a little bit harder to 5 Reapers and 3 Hellions. We'll see how hard we want to commit. And there it is. So 3 Reapers and 2 Hellions from ByuN. We're moving out, and now we're working on our next step here. Marines into tank production. Meanwhile, ByuN is pushing. And we spoke about how Creator has been very aggressive recently with his Blink Stalkers. Blink is on the way, 1 gateway in the main base, and we have 2 gateways to the natural. It's going to be at least 3-gate Blink. And we're pushing in. Again, the goal here is to get some economic damage done. We dive on top of the Stalkers. On top of the army, trading with it even. Yeah, Reaper's going to be going down. Hellion gets targeted, and we will shut this down. That wasn't really worth it for ByuN. He does at least confirm the gateways. He confirms the opener. He didn't see the Twilight Council, but he may as well have. But that was a pretty big investment for mainly scouting information for ByuN. It's not exactly worth it here. Back at home, tank production has commenced. Bunkers are on the way. ByuN, he was able to count the gateways. He's aware of 3 gateways at least, so he's getting ready for the counterattack. He knows that Blink Stalkers are on the way, and we need tanks and bunkers ASAP. Meanwhile, because we know it's only 3 gateways, Creator should be expanding. Creator, he should be expanding. You can see that ByuN, he's trying to figure out whether or not there is an expansion. ByuN, he's trying to piece it together here with his Reapers, rotating around. Meanwhile, Creator should soon be pushing, and he should be expanding behind his push. Again, 3-gate blink is not all in by any means. Back at home, we have our first tank, soon to be 2. The second tank is in production. Oh, the Reapers are going to get caught out. At least one of them is. Up. Can we catch it? We can. Both Reapers go down at the same time. Raven harassed into the main. Keen eyes at a creator. Really good reaction. Does zone back that Raven. And creator, he's going in. Really nice setup here at a ByuN though. No bunker, but he has a tank. He has Marines in position. No stim either, but his units are here where they need to be. Yeah, as the Stalkers go in, they will be forced out. So very nice positioning out of ByuN. And the Stalkers, they don't really do much of anything. They pick up a couple of Marines. They can maybe get a depot. But again, not much more than that. And behind this, creator is expanding. Taking his third base, working towards Storm. A very bold move. So it is a little more traditional or a little more standard for a Protoss player to go into Robo, into Colossus from here, but rushing into Storm is going to be an interesting one. It is very risky. It does allow you to go for things like Storm drops or be a little bit more assertive with your army. It's very high risk, high reward. But you're also vulnerable to snipes, and the High Templar themselves are very vulnerable themselves. They're very fragile units. So we'll see if Creator can make this work against ByuN. So you see ByuN scouring around. He's getting a third CC, so he's not going all in. Or he's very quickly just working on that next step. Working towards the mid game. Not being overly aggressive. Just going to be chilling here on a 3-1-1 setup. Now working towards a 5-1-1 setup. Which means Creator, he should get away with his Storm. Scan reveals the production, does get eyes on the Immortal, so we should be aware that there are no Colossi, otherwise the Colossus would have come out. That was actually a pretty big scan for ByuN. Yeah, immediately Ghost Academy. Like, as soon as you see the Immortal, it's like, okay, it's not Colossus, which means it must be Storm. So ByuN, he pieces it together, working towards Ghosts. Working towards EMPs, but before we can get into Ghosts, here come the Storms! Up! Up! Speaking of, Duke raised the army. Not a bad storm to start. Raider on the hunt. Does get a Marauder. Tank sieges on the high ground. At the same time, ByuN moving out with his own drop across the map towards the third base. The Bay is on the way to eventually work towards Colossus and Disruptors. Storm is merely a stepping stone, and basically Creator, he was there to deny a third, but there was no third base. So Creator backs off. And now he has to focus on his defense. The medevac drop is here outside that third. At the same time, Raven threatens the natural. I assumed it was going to be Colossus first, but no, we're going into Disruptor first. Disruptor's on the way for Creator. Bold move. Is going for it. At the same time, Zealot drop into the main. Zealots are on the way. Ghosts are amassing, making 3 ghosts at a time. Vikings on the way as well. To help deal with Colossus, to help deal with War Prisms. Yeah, we even have a safety turret. ByuN is looking pretty secure. Creator even sneaking out a Dark Shrine. Bold move here out of Creator. We'll see if it pays off. Scan looks like does take down an Observer. Oh, no, never mind. Scan was looking for the Observer. Doesn't quite get it. As Creator does have his Observers a little bit further back. As so far, this has been a pretty passive mid-game here. Creator initially moved out, but instead we're just going to be chilling. ByuN trying to deny any kind of scouting information, looking for any spotter units, like the Probe or the Zealot. Creator is going to move out. Doing the same. Scan reveals the army. Widowmine has been spotted as well. ByuN going for the stim! Ooh. Gets an Observer. Wait, am I crazy? Yeah, gets an Observer. It should show here. I don't know why it does. There it is. Observer was sniped. outside of that, ByuN just chilling, taking his 4th base, working to double expanding, working towards a 5th and a 6th. +1 ship weapons on the way. 2nd starport for eventually Viking and eventually Liberator production. Again, interesting that Creator has just avoided Colossus this entire time. Has avoided the Colossi. We'll see if he can get away with it. We do see ByuN going for the upgrade. The Forge. Oh my god, he's gonna survive. Nova goes off. Juicy connection there. As Creator, he barely does save that Forge. Saves +2. I think ByuN is talking about... Smooch. Not like this. If anyone can translate in the chat, I would appreciate it. Obviously, I assume it's referring to this. But ByuN did not save it. Oh! Please destroy you the Forge yourself. Yes, sir. Creator lying to him, by the way. Not killing the Forge, but a big shout out to Crank. Crank translating for us. Much love. Never gonna be going up. Zoning back the army. That's 2 Novas already. We have 3 more. We have 2 more. 1 Nova left. That tank line is gonna be able to hold. As Creator was pushing in, we're going for the planetary, and we will not get it. Very close. Is Creator gonna ask, can you kill the planetary yourself? that would be perfect. That'd be poetic. Yeah. Please destroy your planetary. Again, Creator and ByuN, they're good friends. X-Prime boys. Creator, ByuN, and Maru, all good friends. But alas, ByuN saves his planetary, Creator saves his upgrades. Tit for tat. Diving in the army at the same time, orders are harassed across the map. We're getting a mineral line, we're diving on the base. Diving on the tank. Up. And we will get it. Never goes up. Tank goes down, but at the same time, that's 11 dead probes. And once again, the repairs are too good and the planetary survives. These DT run-bys have not been worth it. Not with these Widow Mines, turrets, and planetaries in position. Not with the power of repair. So as a result, as Creator has been a little bit too wasteful harassing, ByuN is maxed. ByuN, he has maxed out. He has a better economy, of course. Almost at 90 workers, now taking a 5th base. And Creator, still lagging behind a little bit here. What are we working with? 7 Disruptors, 4 High Templar. Relying quite heavily here on Purification Novas. Very risky. Very risky here by Creator. He's moving out. ByuN, he sees the High Templar. He wants it. Stims forward. And he gets it. Gets one. He wants the other. Very nice pick up here by ByuN. Picking Creator apart, left and right. Creator going for a Stargate. This will be for Sky Toss. Big scout here by ByuN. Scans everything. Does get eyes on the Stargate. Oh, Storm. Does miss. Does miss the mark. ByuN splits in time. Very nice split by ByuN. And ByuN has been just slightly more efficient here these past couple of moments. But now it comes down to a fight. Novas go up. Gets a couple of Marauders, not bad. You see ByuN coming in from behind, setting up a surround or a counterattack. The Disruptors! Yeah, they're looking exposed. Novas, they will connect though. Big connections. ByuN, he takes him to the face. Planetary is going to be going down, but it does target down as many Disruptors as possible. Going down to 5. Yeah, losing 2 Disruptors in that fight. Scans going off. ByuN trying to get eyes on any kind of run by. We catch a Ghost. Ooh. Big tank shots to the face though. This Creator is retreating. At the same time going for a big warping of DTs. Ready for a run by. I'm sure. Ready to harass. Scan does reveal some of them. Very nice scan there from ByuN. And we can see ByuN transitioning. Oh god, gets another disruptor. Getting two. Big pig off. Two disruptors go down, but he's working towards libs. That is going to trigger a response to go into Sky Toss. But Sky Toss is still a ways off, which means ByuN, he will be in control with the libs. With Lib Ghost. And he's already got Vikings. Like, he's already ready for the Sky Toss. He's ready for it, Bati. And Creator is going to try to break his way through. There it is, making 3 carriers at a time. The scan does reveal it. ByuN, he's fully aware. These scans have been on point here for ByuN. He sees everything. Playing with map hacks, Bati. Yeah, again, the mass orbital here doing so well for ByuN. Just the constant scans. EMPs the cannons, brings them all down. This base is going to fall. At the same time, Creator going for a big DG counterattack. And can he get the base? Can he get the planetary? It's so close, but it looks like, oh, the repairs are too good. Stalkers are coming in from behind. Creator going for a base trade. Yeah, ByuN, he gets one base. He's going for another. He's came to the production. He gets on top of the carriers, and the carriers are falling one after the other. ByuN in full control of this. The planetary lives. Likewise, we're barely breaking through the ramp. And ByuN, he shuts down the carriers. He shuts down the stargates. Now, Creator, he is gaining ground. But the quality of the army is definitely in favor of ByuN. Is in favor of the Terran. We do have DTs. If only there weren't so many orbitals. Dark Templar could be dangerous. If only. But we are came to the production. We shut down the libs. We're shutting down the starports as well. Likewise, ByuN hunting down more bases. He did not break into the main. The DTs did defend. The Novas! Big connections. ByuN takes some massive Novas to the face. Uh-oh. And you know what? A couple of Novas is sometimes all it takes. ByuN still has a mining base on the right. Creator denied mining towards the left. So ByuN has an economy. Creator does not. Yeah, Stalkers are going down. Big pick off here. Punishing that forward blink. Now Creator, he is taking down the production. Looking at the units tab, what do we have to work with? Okay, Creator has a supply lead. He has Storm. So Creator has Storm. He has 4 disruptors. 2 of them with the main army. ByuN sees. He has EMPs, plenty of them. Show us the Storm. Again, both High Templar in this War Prism. He has to be so careful because of those Vikings. Meanwhile, the main base goes down. Creator, from here, he can recall or he can fight his way through. Oh, the EMP! We get an Immortal. Big EMP on the army. Nova, ooh, threatens a shot. ByuN did scan. And again, ByuN, he still has 1, 2 mining bases. Meanwhile, Liberator still hasn't been dealt with. Creator trying to get top right up and running. And ByuN has his production back up and running. The longer this goes on, the better it is for ByuN. So Creator's on the timer. He's got to go. He needs to make something happen here and now, going for a big warp in. But that's all the money that Creator had left. Creator trying to double expand. Nova's going off on the production. Let's go. We still only have those 4 disruptors. Oh, the disruptor, it gets targeted. We're down to 3. 3 disruptors left. DT's harassing as best they can. Oh, they get caught here towards the left. Oh, another big EMP. Nova gets one Marauder. Not quite an Immortal. Creator does have some mining going on. Yeah, he's forced to recall. Recalls over towards the left-hand side. Will try to deal with the libs, but they're still up and running. They cannot be dealt with. EMP's going off. We catch the Stalkers, not like this, and every Stalker's going to go down. The trap was set, and ByuN cleans up so much of Creator's army supply. Oh, that was a big blow to Creator. How many Stalkers? That was 18 Stalkers. Ay, ay, ay. And suddenly, Creator no longer has a supply lead. That was a brutal catch. And with that, Creator, I mean, he still has potential. He can still win a fight. But everything has to go right. He needs to connect with the Novas. He needs the Storms. Meanwhile, Recall is on cooldown. Remember that. And ByuN, he's looking for bases. He's on the hunt. Well, we go for the dive. Yeah, we get one. And we're going to get the second Disruptor as well. An okay connection with that Nova. Oh, Disruptor's being targeted. The armies do trade. ByuN turning back around. The Ghosts, are they getting caught out? No, Creator's getting caught out instead. Big EMP. Storms are looking not too bad. But that was every single Storm, and Creator, he's just running out of steam, running out of units. Bleeding out so much. Wait for the scan. There's one High Templar left. No! One High Templar, one Immortal. We collapse on the Stalkers. Expensive losses here for Creator. Bleeding out far too many Stalkers. The Immortal is so low. Oh, big Storm. We get another Warp In. It's so close. The Warp In finishes. No shot. It barely does finish. We force back ByuN. We force him back, Papi. Creator, he has bottom left up and running. It's mining. He can Warp In Zealots. He can still take a fight. So basically, ByuN has 2 mining bases here. Or 1.5. That's a kill on the orbital. ByuN still on those 2 bases. A Creator with a pretty comparable economy, if not a better economy than ByuN. With 2 fresh bases. Big EMPs on the Zealots. As we're cornered, we force a recall, and Creator, he's going to lose almost everything here. A brutal catch once again. GG gets called. There's nothing left, and ByuN will take game number 1. GG. GG, well played. Whew. Congratulations here to ByuN as he does take the first game. Again, it was a very close game towards the end there. Creator, he had his moments, but there was some like unsung heroes there in the base trade for ByuN. Honestly, if ByuN didn't have those 2 libs, those 2 Liberators denying mining on one of those bases for so long, if they weren't there, like Creator, he would have had such a better economy, would have had some bigger warp-ins. So much would have been different there. Likewise, ByuN did a great job at just catching out so many of those units, whether they were Disruptors, whether they were Stalkers as well. Like, the base trade was really, like, the best answer that Creator had, which is why he initiated the base trade. It was, like, his only way to kind of make some magic happen there, and he almost did, but alas, ByuN was still looking pretty cool, calm, and collected there. He was very much so in control of that game. Had the more efficient army, and did break through in the end. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to ByuN, as he does take game 1. Now we're getting into game number 2. Getting into game number 2. Those ghost death sounds need to be in every language pack, or is that from a skin? No, they're default. The death sounds are default. They are not in every language pack. Every language has their own unique death sound. The Chinese death sound for the ghost, that's like the most intense. Like whoever was the voice actor for the ghost death sound on the Chinese sound voice pack is crazy. They're really into it. But I think that's the most intense. If you ever heard of it, you hear it during WTL, because whenever we cast WTL, it's on the Chinese client or on the Chinese voice pack. For those that are curious, but here we go. We're getting into game number 2, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Hecate, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Club NV, down in this series, looking to fight back, hoping for an ace match. It is Creator. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Blue Terran, representing Shopify Rebellion, leading the series 1-0. It is ByuN. And we are going for a fake proxy rack. So this is what is scary about scouting early on. As Creator, he goes in, he sees that the Rax is missing, and he is checking the third base. Now, it is not uncommon for Terran players to hide their Rax at the natural, at the triangular third or linear third, and he checks! He does come across a big scout hit for Creator. He confirms that it is a fake proxy, and he may even delay it, which will be huge. Second SCV is on the way. The Rax should complete without too much issue. Second probe arrives, though. Oh my god, the worker on worker action. Let's go. The probe micro. The RNG. Oh, the SCV. It looks like it will finish. Yeah, the Rax does complete. SCV is going to get the hell out of there. Likewise, probes are getting the hell out of there as well. And the Reaper will come out. The game will progress. There was some lost mining time for ByuN, but there was also lost mining time for Creator as well. And we're getting into our game. And at least Creator, he knows that it's safe to go for his expansion. He knows what's on the way. The other big thing here is that he also knows that there's no add-on swap. Despite the fact that this is a double gas opener, there's no reactor on the racks for an add-on swap. So this is going to be a much different opener from ByuN going for... Okay, he's floating back. I was like, is he going for another rax? He's floating back home. He's coming back. And the Reaper's on the way. So ByuN was hoping to force an overreaction, but now his opener's delayed, unfortunately. So I want to give the edge to Creator here, as the Reaper does arrive. Once a probe, a lot of them do get low, but the Adept has arrived, and we do zone that Reaper away. Whew. And the Reaper will get the hell out of here. Oh, or will it? No, will not. It'll be hunted down. Really strong stuff for Creator. Remember, it was a delayed opener from ByuN because of the delayed add-ons and delayed production in general. Because of the opener, and now the Reaper goes down, so very nice start here for our Protoss. Behind this is going to be a Twilight Council opener, and ByuN has no idea. Now, from here, we are going for a CC on the high ground, not a one base all in, getting into a 1-1-1. Adept is going to confirm the lack of add-on on the factory, so a big scout here. Does confirm the starport, saw the CC, we saw everything. Creator, he sees everything in the main, and is aware of what's going on. He also spotted the Cyclone. And behind this, we are working towards a bit of a delayed drop. Bit of a delayed drop here from ByuN. So we finally can expand here on the low ground. Meanwhile, behind this, if you remember way back in game 1, it was 3-gate blink out of Creator. Once again, 3-gate blink out of Creator as well. 2 games in a row. We saw how unsuccessful this build was from Creator in game 1, but here in game 2, this is a much more messier start for ByuN, so there's potential for Creator to get damage done. There is potential here for him to pop off. Oh, Cyclone gets across the map. Do you have the Medevac to support? Oh! Dropping in towards the natural. Ooh, and Creator, he does miss it, by the way. Misses the Cyclone. We get into the mineral line, and we get 3 probe kills. Very good damage here by ByuN. Likewise, he also scouts and confirms the tech. He saw all the gateways, or saw some of them, enough of them at least. Sees the Stalkers, knows it's blink. Gets 5 probes. and does hide here in the corner of the map. Meanwhile, back at home, we're getting into Banshee production. Okay. Tanks followed by Banshees. Meanwhile, behind this creator, he's stuck at home. Because of this medevac drop, he's stuck at home with his Stalkers. He's not being aggressive or assertive whatsoever with his opener. He's just taking a third. So, creator, he's being more defensive. He's skipping warp ins and focusing on that third base. Getting himself set up. And from here, the game is going to be settling down. Again, ByuN did a great job recovering. And the Banshee has potential for damage as well. Do we have detection? We do. Do you have an observer out on the map? Banshee does get eyes on the third base. Before getting the hell out of there. Second Banshee en route. Observer should be able to get eyes on this as well as creator. He actually saw the Banshee earlier. He saw the tech lab researching. The skin takes down the observer. Nice pick off there by ByuN. Does mean that these Stalkers arrive and they cannot get into the main. They're stuck on the low ground. Yeah, they get a couple of hits in on the bunker, but nothing else. Hallucination getting a full scout of the main. We do confirm the lack of tank production. Priority of ByuN. Oh, speaking of tanks, we catch one. Bit of a miss rally there from ByuN. Bleeds out a tank. At the same time, Banshees get across the map. Oh, they force one of those Archons. They force an Archon off. 10 probes go down. 11. 12. Stalker Army trying to catch some of these units. Creator gets caught instead. Bleeds out a Stalker. Oh, bleeds out even more. These are expensive losses. Creator bleeding out so much. Cyclone dropping to the main base, and probes are falling left and right. He's being pulled apart, and this is game-ending damage. 17 probes go down. Ay, ay, ay. Again, the tri-prong harass here. We have Banshees, we have Cyclones, and we have the main army as well, all hitting at once. And Creator barely couldn't keep up. He was bleeding out units like Stalkers and probes. Now, ByuN is working towards a 4 CC, so he's not going to be hitting with a big timing yet. But he's in a very nice place. He's in a very good position here. Yeah, he's going for draw play instead. ByuN has an economic lead. Also tries to deny the hallucination. As the hallucination scout confirms the drop. Banshees, they come back in. No! We had 17 kills earlier, now we got 4 more on top of that. Ay, ay, ay. Again, this is becoming a bit too much. Oh. Finally, it looks like the Banshee is going to go down. Ooh, trading away with a Stalker. Cyclone drop comes back in. Able to get a couple of workers here before being shut down. A couple of workers. And I'm afraid to look here. No shot. I thought it was 22. 28 probes in total. Ay, ay, ay. Like almost 2 mineral lines worth of probes. And that is just far too much. And that is why ByuN has such a lead right now. Such a supply lead. Again, now he's taking his third base. He has an economic lead. For those that are curious, in this matchup, typically the Protoss wants to be up a base. We are even in bases plus mules, so ByuN has the economic lead. Likewise, the army supply in favor of ByuN as well. Oh. And this push is going to hit like a truck. Now, thankfully, we have Storm. Thankfully, Storm is researched, and we have 2 High Templar. So, we can defend with those Storms. We can survive. We have 1 High Templar on the ground. We have another in the prism. Unfortunately, we have DT. Sorry, we have Ghost. We have EMPs available. EMPs are available here, and ByuN can take a fight. Not going to be easy, but he can take it. As he's checking, looking for a fourth base. Creator has expanded, by the way, but ByuN has not seen it. Again, very reserved play here out of ByuN. He's looking for an expansion. That's what he wants to deny. Pushing on the right-hand side. He is spotted by the Observer. Creator's in position. Show us the storm. Oh, the EMP. Oh, that was brutal. Big EMP here. ByuN shoots first. The base is going to go down. There is no storm. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, we cancel the fourth in one swift move. That was so close as well. As soon as Creator dropped the High Templar, bam, we had the EMP. We have one High Templar left. Colossus have arrived, but we deny the fourth. That's all ByuN needed to do. Now he can take his own fourth base. He has the concave. Creator attempting to re-expand. Now, thankfully, he isn't relying on only High Templar. He has a couple of these Colossi. That's have 3. Vikings are amassing though. Vikings are amassing for ByuN. Creator getting into double disruptor production. Let's go. Working towards those disruptors. Working towards more secure splash damage here. And the game is going to settle. I mean, ByuN is maxed. ByuN is the first player to max out. Again, because of all the earlier advantages. He isn't pushing yet, though, and he should be looking to trade. Scanning, looking for the fourth. With that scan, he should recognize that the southern base has been taken instead. Should be aware. Creator pushing through the center, was spotted by that Widowmine. ByuN coming in with 2 armies, never goes off. Ooh, doesn't quite connect. On the left, we did get a Ghost. 1 disruptor, 2 disruptors go down. And a Colossus as well. Heavy losses here for Creator, and we're snowballing out of control. Creator, he bleeds out almost every single attack unit. 1 big storm does connect. But we have the EMP. That was the only storm available. We only had 1 High Templar. We have 2 more morphing in. Yeah, they just now popped out. They have a couple of storms. Oh. When we do connect with the army, very nice connection. As we bleed out the War Prism. Again, Creator doing the best he can to hold, to survive. And with the most perfect Purification Novas, we can try to hold on. Zelrambai coming in, heading towards the natural. We have reinforcements in position. Yeah. We are in position. We will bleed out a couple of Ghosts. And the main army comes in. Good Novas. Good, better splits here out of ByuN. Avoids most of those shots. I think there was 1 good connection, and outside of that, left much to be desired. As ByuN splits too well, the base is going to go down. And the name of the game here, this entire game too, is that Creator cannot take a fourth. His fourth base is denied once again, and he just cannot expand. Much better connection towards the end here, but 1 good Nova isn't good enough. Unfortunately, like, we're past that. We need some consecutive Novas as 19 probes go down. Creator, he's stuck on 3 bases. Another good connection. Oh my god! The Ghosts go down. Big shots here out of Creator. He's still in this. Barely still in this. We just need 1 more shot like that. Voids are being pulled. Another decent connection on those Marauders. As Creator's all in. He's completely all in at this point. He has to end the game with this army. But the reinforcements, they're just too much. Another big connection. Oh my god. Creator making the most out of this, but he's running out of steam. He's running out of units. Stalkers are getting picked off. Yeah, there are only a handful of disruptors left. 2 stalkers, 2 sentries, 3 disruptors. And that's not going to be enough. Creator, he did well making it this far, but this is as far as he will make it in this tournament in StarsWar 11. GG gets called and ByuN qualifies for the Korean closed qualifier. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here to ByuN. He will advance on 2-0 over Creator. My condolences to Creator here. Again, he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. He's an amazing player. And deserving to be in the later stages of the tournament, but there's just the caliber of play here is just so high. There are just so many good players like Maru, like Cure, like ByuN. It's so difficult to make it through, and Creator barely doesn't make the cut. GG, well played. Well played here to Creator, as he will bow out, and ByuN makes it through into the closed qualifier. And congratulations to all the players that have made it through so far. All the players that have qualified, and let's quickly actually go over that. Un momento here. Bam, there we go, from the very top. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, so this was the first qualifier. This was qualifier number 1. We have, oh, sorry, there we go. This is qualifier number 1. Can I close this? Can I guess the ad is just there. There we go. Beautiful. In qualifier number 1, we had Maru. We had Maru qualify over Shin 2-1. So Maru was the first to qualify, followed by Cure, followed by Stats, and followed by Hero. So we have Maru, Cure, Stats, and Hero all making it into the closed qualifier in the first open qualifier. And we have them joined by ByuN, Gumiho, Solar, and Classic. Oh boy. So we have the closed qualifier set here. It's going to be 3 Protoss, 4 Terran, and 1 Zerg. Again, unfortunately, there's not much Zerg representation. A bit of a feels bad, man. We spoke about it earlier, but Dark did not participate in these qualifiers. We can only speculate as to why. The leading theory as to why Dark wouldn't participate here is maybe he can't travel. Maybe he cannot get a visa because of his military service. It is possible that, especially because Dark is one of the best Zerg players in the world, straight up one of the best, arguably top 2 alongside Serral, like second only to Serral. It wouldn't make sense for him not to want to compete in this. So if he's not competing, it has to be for other reasons. So theory is maybe it's because of his military service that Dark isn't a part of this, which is a shame just because that means, you know, less Zerg or less diversity in the matchups. It's mainly Terran and Protoss here for the Korean closed qualifier. Again, the other big one is Shin. Shin came so close. As a reminder, who did Shin fall to in the first qualifier? Maru. Maru, the best Terran player in all of South Korea. That's nothing to be ashamed of to lose against him, and Shin even forced the ace match. So like Shin, he popped off, but it's still Maru, you know, so got a little bit unlucky with the seeding, and Shin failed in the first qualifier. In the second qualifier, Shin also went to the ace match against a fellow Zerg player. He went to the ace match against Solar. Solar, of course, our reigning GSL champion from last year, and Shin also forced to him. So it's a bit of a shame that Shin isn't a part of this. And like, if you look at the qualifiers, like it makes sense, right? Shin, he lost to Maru and Solar. I mean, they're some of the best players in all of Korea, right? Like Maru's best Terran, Solar's like top 2 Zerg. Like, what are you gonna do? So really rough seeding for Shin. Really rough seeding. They were really rough qualifiers, I should say. You could definitely argue easier players were elsewhere on the bracket, and with that, Shin does not make it through, so only one Zerg player will be a part of this. Again, it is a bit of a feels bad, man. But if you're a fan of TvT and TvP and PvP, then again, we have plenty of that matchup available. As the closed qualifier is on the horizon, it's in 2 weeks. This closed qualifier bracket is going to be seeded and played out in 2 weeks. and we will be casting it here on the CranKy Ducklings live for you. For those who are curious, I'm not even sure myself. How many make it through the closed qualifier? Top 3. Top 3 make it through the closed qualifier into the main event. So, honestly, out of all these players, out of 8 players, only 3 make it to the main event. It's hard to say who it's going to be. I feel like a lot of this is going to be determined on the bracket. Depending on what the bracket is looking like, some players may have stronger chances than others. Just because certain players are better at certain matchups. They're better against certain players. So, yeah, it's going to be a wild one. It's going to be a wild one. But again, a shout out to Classic Hero Stats alongside ByuN, Cure, Gumiho Maru, and Solar as well. As you're all going to be duking it out here in the closed qualifier in 2 weeks. Now, you may be wondering, hold up, 2 weeks? That's a ways away. What's happening for 2 weeks where we have to wait? Well, I'm glad you asked. The answer to that question is the European and America's Open Qualifiers and the Asia Open Qualifiers. As you can see all the way up here, all the other regions. All the other regions also have their Open Qualifiers, not just Korea. And the way that this is going to work is that first we're going through all the regional Open Qualifiers, and then we have all the regional closed qualifiers. So we're wrapping up all the Open Qualifiers first, and then we'll have all the closed qualifiers thereafter. So that is the plan. That is the plan here. That's why there's a 2-week break. That's why there's going to be a 2-week break here between now and the closed qualifier. So now you know. And mark your calendars as all the dates are set. All the dates are set for all these matches. So make sure you are a part of that. Again, we're going to be part of it here. So there you go. Bam. Well, predictions, of course. Predictions, Papi. Predictions. Yeah, we're paying them out. I see in the chat, when will the next patch be in effect? To be determined. To be determined. Currently in PTR phase. So what I do know about the upcoming patch is that, one, it's a part of the PTR, and if the next patch were to go live anytime soon, I would imagine the next patch would go live after this event, after I almost called it Masters Coliseum, my apologies, after StarsWar, after StarsWar 11, but before DreamHack Dallas. Remember, ESL usually want to focus and prioritize patches and like schedule them around their major events. And DreamHack Dallas is in what, 2 months? Yeah, is in 2 months. So this is an educated guess. I don't know, but I would assume if they wanted to push it out, it would be before DreamHack Dallas or after DreamHack Dallas, right? Because it's one of two things. Either they want the new patch for ESL Spring, or they want the new patch for the World Finals, right? For the Esports World Cup. That I was trying to remember what it was called. For the Esports World Cup, right? So it's either one or the other. They either want it for DreamHack Dallas or they want it for the World Cup. We don't really know what's, and I'm sure really we just want to make sure that the patch is refined and that we're able to tighten everything up and that, you know, we can catch any bugs. Big shout out to Sinistro in that chat soon. Yeah, let's go. Shout out to Sinistro in the chat. But yeah, you know, if you want to take part and, you know, provide a community service, you can download the PTR yourself, you can jump on the ladder, you can test it out, and if you find a bug, you can always report it, just to make sure we can minimize any kind of bugs and minimize any issues when the patch does go live and when it does hit the ladder. So, yeah, exactly. Exciting times. Very exciting to see a new patch. Very exciting to see not just a new patch, but also a new maps for the 1v1 ladder, for the 2v2, 3v3, and 4v4 ladder. Let's go. Team game enjoyers unite. Rejoice. Gonna be a good time. But otherwise, thank you so much everyone for watching. Thank you so much for the support. We do appreciate it. We do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you guys tomorrow for some more StarCraft action. Let me just double check our calendar. Let me just double check. But tomorrow we have the EU and Americas qualifiers for this event. We also have Duckling Open tomorrow. That is the return. If you don't know, !SDO. !SDO in the chat. Duckling Open has returned and is coming back tomorrow. That is our amateur bronze to diamond tournament. So if you happen to be platinum, diamond, gold, bronze, silver, we're going to be hosting a tournament just for you. Just for you, papi. Again, no pro gamers, no pro players, none of that nonsense. No. We're here for the people. We're here for the Twitch chat GMs, which happen to be like, you know, Metal League players. We're here for the Twitch. Let's go, papi. Let's go. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, it won't be casted on this channel. It'll be casted on a different channel. It's going to be casted by Kuro. The reason for that is because tomorrow it's going to be clashing with the European and America's qualifiers, the Open Qualifiers for StarsWar. So we're going to be focusing this channel on that while the other event is happening at the same time. So a bit of a shame. Could have played. I mean, you still can. I mean, it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow, papi. It's tomorrow. Duckling Open. Take part, papi. Take part. So if you're interested, the link is in the chat. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thank you for the support. !Socials. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. You can support us on Patreon. You can subscribe on Twitch. All the money that we make goes towards our tournaments. Tournaments like the Duckling Open and Master Swan Open. So plenty of events going on. Otherwise, we'll see you guys tomorrow for some more StarCraft action. Until then, hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao. Fala, galera.